Hi beautiful people! Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Joy. This is my first update on my 2024 Years of Usage Eyeshadow Project Pan created by Sarah Catherine. The goal of this project is for me to use the eyeshadows in the project 24 times because we are in the year 2024. The eyeshadows in the project are rollover from last year's Years of Usage Eyeshadow Project Pan. I did not hit goal on all of the eyeshadows in the project last year. The eyeshadow palette in the project are Soft X, collaboration with Makeup Revolution, her first eyeshadow palette, Beauty Glaze Perfect Neutral, Etude House Trench Coat Showroom, and Glam Metals from Crown. There are 62 eyeshadows in total in these 4 eyeshadow palettes, and I managed to hit goal on 25 eyeshadows last year. This means that there are 37 eyeshadows that I need to hit 24 uses this year. To achieve that, I need to have a total of 54 uses in each update. The assumption here is I will be doing 1 update per month. I typically use 2 eyeshadows only at a time, so this means I need to wear eyeshadows for 27 days in each update. However, I don't wear makeup every day, so it's going to be very tough to achieve the target to hitting goal on all of the 37 eyeshadows. But I'm going to try. I just need to wear 3 to 4 eyeshadows sometimes on certain days. Now, among the 4 eyeshadow palettes, the one I need to use the least is the Beauty Glaze Perfect Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. This is because I needed to hit goal on just 6 eyeshadows. There are 14 eyeshadows in here, and I already hit goal on 8 eyeshadows last year. The eyeshadows I've yet to hit goal on are Apricot, Mais, Scarlet, Bisque, Neutral, and Sienna. Apricot and Bisque, I did not use those eyeshadows last year. Total number of uses to achieve my target on this palette is 99. This means that I need to use the eyeshadows here at least 8 times in most of my updates. Now, for this first update, I only managed to use 4 eyeshadows of the 6 eyeshadows in this palette. The total number of uses is 5. So I've now used Apricot. I used this once. The next one that I use once is Mais. This is now 16 uses. I was at 15 uses last year. The next one is Scarlet. I also used this once. I was at 11 uses last year, and now I'm at 12 uses. And lastly, I used the shade Sienna. I used this twice. I was at 17 uses last year, so I'm now at 19 uses. To be on track on this palette, I need to use this at least 8 times. So this means I am short by 3 uses for this update. If I need to use the Beauty Glaze 8 times, for this Glam Metals eyeshadow palette, I need to use this at least 11 times to hit goal on the eyeshadows in the project. There are 9 eyeshadows in this palette. I already hit goal on 2 eyeshadows, Black Metal and The Wicked. So this means there are 7 eyeshadows that I need to hit goal on, and I need to use the eyeshadows in this palette at least 11 times. For this first update, I managed to hit the goal of 11 uses. Only the shade Rebel that I did not use for this update. So Punk, I used this twice. I'm now at 3 uses. Wild Thing, I used this 3 times. And this is my first time to use this shade as I did not use this last year. Rock On, I used this once. I'm now at 10 uses. Heavy Metal, I used this once as well, and I'm now at 7 uses. Glam Rock, I used 3 times, and I'm now at 13 uses. And Pop Rock, I used once, and I'm now at 7 uses. Next palette is the Etude House Trench Coat Showroom. This one I need to use at least 12 times in most of my updates to hit goal on the eyeshadows in the project. I managed to use the eyeshadows in this palette 15 times. That is 3 times more than my target. This also means I can focus on the other palette over this one for my next update, given that I have 3 uses in excess of my target. So for this palette, I need to hit goal on 8 eyeshadows. I used 6 of the 8 for this first update. The eyeshadows in the project are Spring Coat and Coat Hanger on this first row. And then on the second row, we have these 4 shades. This one, Basic Coat, I already hit goal on. And on the last row, the color, this one, and Gold Button are in the project. For this update, I did not use the Spring Coat and Coat Hanger. I used Display 3 times, and I'm now at 11 uses. I've used Silver Button twice, and I'm now at 6 uses. The Military Look, I now at 6 uses. I've used this 4 times for this update. My Trench Coat, I used once, and I'm now at 10 uses. And on the last row, I used the color 4 times, and I'm now at 8 uses. And lastly, Gold Button, I used once. I'm now at 20 uses. Amongst all of the eyeshadow in this project, the eyeshadow with the most usage for this update is from this palette. And it is the shade Military Look and the color. This one, which I use 4 times. Last eyeshadow palette in the project is the Soft X eyeshadow palette. This has the most number of eyeshadows at 24. I already hit goal on 8, so there are 16 eyeshadows in this palette that I need to hit goal on for this year's project. 4 of the 16 I haven't used at least once last year. The 4 are Cloudberry, Pumpkin, Petrol, and Strawberry Sweets. For this first update, I used 8 of the 16 eyeshadows in this project. Total number of uses in each update this year for me to be on track of the goal is 23. However, I only managed 12 uses on this palette. I used Fairy Lights, this one, and Pink Champagne, this one, twice for this update. For Fairy Lights, I am now at 5 uses, and for Pink Champagne, I am now at 17 uses. The next eyeshadow I use is Smoky Bronze. I used this once, and I'm now at 10 uses. Cloudberry, Pumpkin, and Petrol, I finally got to use this, and I used this once each. Pug, I used this once, and I am now at 17 uses. And lastly, Festive Flame, I used this 3 times, and I am now at 21 uses. Festive Flame is the eyeshadow in the project that has the most uses at 21 uses, followed by Gold Button, here from the Etude House Trench Coat Showroom palette at 20 uses, and the third one, or the top 3, is Sienna from the Beauty Glaze Perfect Neutral eyeshadow palette at 19 uses. This is my first update on the 2024 Years of Usage eyeshadow project pan, and thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!